When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
They want to link when they got no tunes. They too worried about selling out shoes. I don't give a fuck about jeans or crap or going to Milan or going to the Met.
I know who Drake was talking about in all of those verses right there. Yeah, I know who Drake was talking about, and that's who we gonna be talking about today, guys. So come on in, hit that like button. You already know. You now tuned into the Righteous Fear Studio, where we learn how not to be a dummy from some well-paid dummies. We watch and we study, we focus on be acting. It's about preparation, guys. So if you're here to be entertained, come on in. But if you here to be infotained, come on in. If you here just for that straight entertainment and you got your emotions attached to one of these celebrities, this ain't gonna be the Friday for you. This ain't gonna be the show for you right here. So you could go. You can leave now. Ain't nobody making you stay. Cause today we got Kanye West, and he's a fan favorite because a lot of people they look at him as a clown. So we're in the community and we're in the culture that can't root for nobody serious. Nobody that's serious. Everybody serious is mean. So if you're a Kanye West fool, you might want to leave now. You might want to leave now because it's just not gonna be good. And miss me with the, oh, he be saying some real shit. Because again, we've been going over this for a whole week, right? A whole week. I've been showing y'all people that say some real shit, but their reality don't match the real stuff that they be saying. So miss me with that foolishness, guys. We all know Kanye West was a simp. See, it's a lot of Kanye West in us. A lot of us got a lot of Kanye West in us. And he a prime example of when I tell you guys how important it is to get your mind right. Change the laws of your mind before you get this bag. Because if you do not change the laws of your mind, you're going to spend all your money on stupid, mindful mistakes, thoughtless mistakes, mistakes that could have been avoided. You're going to spend all that bread on that. And we seen what Kanye been up to. We seen what Kanye been doing. He's up, then he's down, then he's up, then he's down. No stability with Kanye. And you know what I mean? That's not God work right there. It's a lot of stability in God work. See, that devil have you on a roller coaster like that. That devil play with you like that. Guys, what's the difference between Kanye and Diddy? Since we know so much, because we in a community and a culture that we got a lot of know-it-all helmets. What is the difference between Kanye West and Diddy? Aside from Diddy being way more successful and Diddy don't match. Diddy's success don't match a lot of you guys. So, y'all can't root for Diddy because he too successful. We have that loser spirit in us. But what's the difference between Diddy and Kanye, guys? What language is this? This is my language, bro. This is my language. This is my language. This is English, bro. New York, if you want to call it. This is New York. New York accent right there. This is English. New York English right here, sir. Henry of the Revolution. Y'all be having some of the best names, too. Y'all be having some of the best names. What language do you speak, Henry? What language should I speak for you? What language would make you understand a little bit better? Because the truth is universal. The truth is universal. You know that? The truth is absolutely universal. Look, the attention already. It ain't been 6 minutes going by in the show, and we already got a HPD victim, bro. Because he heard me say something about a know-it-all helmet. So this is clearly one of those that got that big old know-it-all helmet on. You know what I mean? He got the know-it-all helmet, and he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. I guarantee you he don't know nothing. You know what I mean, guys? But we here. Kanye West was accused of investigating Kim Kardashian and having his wife Bianca tailed. Guys, that you don't got to do all that, fellas. You ain't got to do all that, guys. Stop picking those type of girls. And I tell you, you lames, you lame dudes, you dudes that was raised to be good little boys. Leave these toxic women alone. You know what I mean? Leave these toxic women alone because they just not good for you. They not good for you, bro, at all. A lot of the women don't know they self. A lot of the women walk around here, they don't know who they want to be. Each day they pick a different celebrity to be, and that's who they going to be for that day, maybe that week. But these women don't know who they are, guys. So you got to stop picking these women who don't know who they are. They can't help you. They can't complete you. You will never learn who you is, and shit, with them, you will never have time to learn who you is. You see, Kanye West, he suffered from that male Jezebel spirit. He got the male Jezebel spirit. Like a lot of the men running around here, about 80% of men suffer from this. And it's not even our fault. You know what I mean? It's not our fault. And everybody not gonna have the discipline. Everybody not gonna be real. Every man is not gonna be a real man. It's just not gonna be possible. But we all suffer from it because monogamy and 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 this way of the world and how we do these relationships, this is not natural, guys. It's not natural. So they got y'all in these relationships playing let's pretend that it's natural. And it ain't our fault. You know what I mean? God created us the way he created us. He created us the way he created us. So my advice to you guys is stop playing let's pretend in these marriages with these women, bro. Stop it. Just stop it. Y'all out here looking just as bad as these modern women. Y'all is. Now we know that this boy Kanye West ran out there and got this old fool to prove a point to Kim Kardashian, bro. So you go from one Lilith and you run right to another Lilith. And you expect to win? Now y'all relationship looking like it's on the rocks because your expectations is too high. You set high standards for the female you with, meaning she got to listen, she got to follow instructions. But you know, we're in a society, we're in a world that they tell these women the opposite of that, bro. So everybody reporting it like if you were controlling this woman, but you're leading this woman. But again, Kanye, you got to know what you're doing. You can't lead a person off the cliff, Kanye. That wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right. And this is going to happen when you don't learn yourself. When you get in these relationships and you don't know who you are, you finna destroy somebody and yourself in the process, bro. I'm telling y'all get in these relationships and y'all just think fish hole, fish hole, fish hole, fish hole, fish hole. It got to be more than just a fish hole, bro. It got to be more than just proving a point to your last bald head roach girlfriend. It got to be more than just that, bro. Now let's get into some content. Boy, Kanye West a fool, boy. He got that Jezebel spirit in him. The boy been bit, and he did nothing about going to see and get that venom up out of him. So now the boy finna damage any woman he touch. Any woman that give this man access is a fool. Is a fool.
Kanye West moved on at the speed of light with a woman named Bianca Censori. Now that it has been reported that their romance is over, we can't say that we're surprised. There were so many signs that pointed towards this relationship being doomed from the start. But this story wouldn't be complete without a brief recap of Ye and Kim's bumpy marriage. They started dating in 2011 while she was still legally married to her second husband, Chris Humphries.
Oh, this is messy already.
Their daughter, Northwest, was born in June 2013, and Kim and Ye tied the knot in May 2014.
Remember, y'all, how you get her is how you lose her. How you get her is how you lose her. So if you sideswiped and slipped her from another dude, from another simp, that's exactly what's going to happen to you.
Welcomed their son Saint in December 2015. Ye went out on his St. Pablo tour in 2016 and later admitted that he was banging groupies to smithereens while on the road.
That sounds fun as hell.
Despite Ye's online outburst and what some deemed to be concerning behavior, Kim continued with her plans to expand their family. They welcomed their daughter Chicago via surrogate in January 2018, and their son Psalm arrived via surrogate as well in May 2019. Toward the end of 2020, Ye was poking around on Instagram when he came across Bianca's profile. He was drawn to the Australian native who had just graduated from the University of Melbourne with a master's degree in architecture. A source told Radar Online he slid into her DMs and asked if she'd be interested in working for his Yeezy clothing brand. Bianca agreed, and she was immediately hired as the head of architecture for the clothing brand in November 2020. In a now unpublished article on Hypebeast website, Bianca was listed as the brainchild of Yeezy Home, which was Ye's architectural firm that was going to build social housing projects. A source told Radar Online that Bianca was immediately drawn to the rapper, and she had a crush on him from the start.
But what about his wife, though?
We're unsure if there was any hanky-panky going on at the time, but in February 2021, which was 3 months after Bianca got hired, Kim filed for divorce. During a November 2021 appearance on Drink Champs, Ye told the hosts that he hadn't seen any divorce papers. He added,
Nori just want the family back together. I just want the family back together.
But Kim was donezo, and her divorce from Ye was finalized in November 2022. Ye was ordered to pay.
Yo, they give you a time. They give you a time, yo. They give you some time. Most women, if depending on how much they like you, they're going to give you some time. So that even if you pookie, you got some time while with the chick to mature up and to not be pookie anymore. And you know what I mean? But if you choose to remain pookie thinking that she like you as is, and you don't do no growing and working on self when you get these women, then you doomed to fail. And it's just a matter of a time before she leave you, bro. Just a matter of time. It don't even matter how submissive she was to you. And I think y'all know this. We all had that one girl. Think back. We had that one girl used to follow. We couldn't get rid of her. We got so comfortable with her. We started to misuse her and shit. We get away from me. That's the girl that's going to chill. That's the girl that's going to be there for you. That's the girl that's going to let you be pookie and give you time to mature. You know what I mean? Y'all mess with these modern women who really don't like you. They want to use you. So the minute you grow and grow without giving them something, they going to replace you any old way. Guys, you got to use your head. It can't be about the fish hole. That's why I say it can't be all about the fish hole. Y'all got to get rid of that addiction. Kanye suffered from a dangerous addiction, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. A lot of y'all got that bug. That's that male Jezebel spirit. That corn bug. A lot of y'all addicted to the corn, yo. A lot of y'all addicted to the corn. And that's going to be the death of y'all. Y'all going to fumble relationships. Y'all going to fumble bags. Y'all going to fumble opportunities just being addicted to the corn.
Pay her $200,000 per month in child support for their 4 children. Despite vocalizing his desire to keep his family together, just 1 month after their divorce was finalized, Ye released the song Sensory Overload in honor of Bianca. In case you're unaware, the song goes a little something like this. Waking up to I can't do this anymore texts, and the Bible said I can't have any more sex till marriage.
They really just don't be talking about shit, do they?
Based on the lyrics, many assumed Ye was ready to get married so he could blow Bianca's back out, and he didn't waste any time sealing the deal. In January 2023, they participated in a commitment ceremony in Beverly Hills.
I hate when they do this. I hate when these fake pastors and these fake religious leaders, they start talking this God stuff and then go get married. Where was that at? When you were speaking to God, where did he tell you that was at? Where was that at in the Bible, in his basic instructions? Where was that? Where was that ceremony at? Because I've been reading this Bible for a while now, and I have not, I done went back and forth, from front to back, and not once ever. So like, what games do y'all be playing? This is why y'all go through the stuff that y'all go through. This is why it be roller coaster, up and down, because y'all make a mockery out of this man's stuff, bro. The minute you get in trouble, you want to run to God, bro, and play Let's Pretend. And then as soon as you get up out of the trouble, because God is powerful like that, bro. Once you call on him, he going to work with you. And then once you get up out of that situation, then you don't know him no more. Yo, y'all funny, boy. These people funny, bro. They all going to hell, though. I'm just here to watch, boy. Keep the popcorn coming.
Online sources wondered if they were legally married since no one could locate their marriage license. However, it was later revealed that their marriage was legal, and they kept it concealed by filing a confidential marriage license in California. Many people weren't convinced that Ye was ready for another committed relationship. However, he put all his energy and focus into Bianca and made her his new muse. Do y'all remember in 2012 when Ye raided Kim's closet and made her get rid of her clothing and replaced it with monochrome pieces? And then he slowly inserted his influence into every piece of clothing she wore? Well, sources state he started to do the same with Bianca. So is Ye looking for a partner or a mannequin that he can play dress up with? We're unsure, but it didn't take long for people to notice that he was shaping Bianca's personality, identity, and style to transform her into the type of woman he desired.
And we supposed to do that. That's his job, so we can't come down on Kanye for that. We can't come down on Kanye for that. That's what he's supposed to do. What's y'all problem? What's y'all modern woman problem with being molded? Why y'all don't like that word, mold? Y'all got to get molded to the man's likings. We not equal. The man is the hand and the woman is the glove. You know what I mean? So if it don't fit, we must acquit. Understand that. It's not the other way around.
On several occasions, Bianca has been pictured in skimpy, see-through outfits in broad daylight. An insider told the National Enquirer.
Now, that might be a problem. I don't know why Kanye West will condone that. But again, when you're a man and you suffering from that male Jezebel spirit, you think that that's a prize. You think that that's a reward. You think your girl being a full-blown is like that brings you some type of prestige. It's mental, guys. It's psychology. But that's a problem right there, bro.
That Ye loved to see her in sheer outfits, crop tops, and thongs. For those who thought Bianca was being manipulated and controlled, a source shot that assumption down by telling Radar Online, she's very much a willing participant in this and likes to flaunt what she's got.
Exactly. Y'all always trying to make women out to be victims when they hold volunteers. All them chicks at the Diddy party, including Beyonce, are volunteer. Like, let's stop trying to paint these women out as victims, bro. And if they are victims, tell these hoes to give all that money back. Before you start locking these so-called abusers up, have these hoes cough up all that cash back. Give all that cash back since you're a victim. Exactly.
According to Radar Online, Ye also created a bizarre list of demands for what his new wife should wear and eat. An insider said Ye instructed Bianca never to speak, which was tough for her since her friends described her as a social butterfly. Ye also allegedly required her to work out, even though he didn't join her in the gym.
Get your ass in that gym.
So what? I don't see nothing wrong with all of those things. All of those things I require for Mrs. Goodbread. All of those things right there I require. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Yeah, you sound like a snack eating chick. You want her to eat snacks with you. You want her to get all obese because 82% of the population is obese. So that's what you want her to do, right? See what I mean? You got to watch these people that don't want you to grow. Yeah, and they lie. We want you to win, just not more than me. You know what I mean? This is why people like to eat the rich, because they don't see no rich. Ain't nothing rich in them. And what they don't see in them, they hate.
People close to Bianca told the Daily Mail that she no longer had a mind of her own, but she was okay with obeying Ye's demands. There were also allegations that she was tired of her loved ones criticizing her, so she distanced herself from them. An insider said she shut everyone out and told one of her former friends to off when they tried.
Again, you supposed to. She's in a marriage. It's supposed to be between her, Kanye, Yeezy, and God. Nobody else got to be up involved in there. She could shut everybody out. She should shut everybody else out, cause they the ops. They don't mean her. They don't mean well for her.
Tried to ask if she was okay. She is saying that her friends are just jealous of her stardom. Even comedian Kathy Griffin was worried. In an online video, Kathy said,
"This is going to be bad. I actually think that he may be physically abusing her."
Yo, this looked like a whole boy dressed as a woman. So you automatically off the rip, because you're ugly, you get nothing. You can't say nothing. You shut up. You shut up. You mind your business. And I'm tired of this. The funniest looking people got the loudest voice in what should be done. Ma'am, you go find you a man. You go find you a man or a woman or whatever the hell you up into. Go find that and mind your business. Mind your business, yo. Too many critics, no credentials, yo. We got to knock it off.
And at the very least, 100%, I think he's psychologically abusing her. I've read that she has a master's degree in architecture from a university in Australia. She's gorgeous. She seems to have no voice whatsoever. She's not on social media. I don't know if he's not letting her talk.
An insider told Page Six that Kim was also worried about Ye trying to mold Bianca into his perfect woman. The insider added, Kim,
you need to shut your ass up. You should let him mold you. It's funny how you let everybody mold you and then you run off with the mold, though. You let everybody mold you and then you run off with the money and then go find a new molder. Kim Kardashian, you shut up, bro. Hold on, matter of fact, since you want to talk.
They want to link when they got no tunes. They too worried about selling out shoes. I don't give a fuck about.
You the reason why that man Drake felt. Guys, y'all do know that, right? That boy Drake bold. But when you messing with a female that give men access, you got the, and Kanye know this though. Kanye know, he know who you pick. We as men know who we be picking now. Let's stop playing. The women can run around here and act as stupid as they want to act and lie and be as delusional as they want. We be knowing who we chase down and gun down and prove our love to. We be knowing who we want to prove our love to, and it be wrong. That chick be all wrong. So when we prove our love and she do us, how she gonna do us? Let's not be mad. Let's not run to YouTube. You know what I mean? Let's not run to YouTube with the woman hate, bro. Cause we picked them. We allowed it. Cause woman gonna do what you allow. Know what I mean? A woman
that she feels as if she wants to take Bianca aside and advise her on how to keep true to herself and her own ideas for her self-image. The sources added that Kim wanted to speak to Bianca and try to open her eyes and talk some sense into her before it was too late. As
Kanye got a pattern blueprint and he need to change up his habits. Kanye got some bad habits, yo, and it's easy to see it now. Remember, I tell you, when the women figure you out, once women figure you out before you figure yourself out, it's a wrap. They're going to do you, bro. They're going to do you how they do you. Kanye, you got a bad habit because you was doing this to Kim Kardashian, y'all. Y'all remember that meat suit that he had Kim Kardashian out there wearing? She was looking crazy in that joint. You could see it all in her face. She couldn't wait to get away from this dummy, yo. He never matured. You get access to these cute little girls, and then you think it's cool to stay pookie, or it's cool to stay the educated lame that you are, Adam. You remain Adam. You never go from Adam to Abraham, and you think the woman's supposed to just be like, yeah, all right. Oh, okay. Nah, so it don't work like that, bro. Nowhere on earth do it work like that, bro. You got to constantly be learning, and you got to constantly be growing, or you're going to lose every single chick you get.
As Ye continued to transform Bianca's style, he made some changes to his wardrobe as well. In August 2023, he was frequently spotted wearing masks and heavy layers, despite the summer heat. A source told Radar Online that Ye was wearing multiple layers to conceal his weight gain. However, the attire was backfiring because, according to the source, all of the extra clothing left Ye smelling like a can of Bounce That Ass. The source added, "It's a serious stench when the layers come off, and he's dripping in sweat head to toe, especially as he's not big on showering, and poor Bianca's nostrils are on the receiving end." The insider added that Ye rarely used deodorant, and Bianca was fed up with the stench.
See, guys, I told y'all, this is why it's important to get your mind right before you get to the bag. Minus the money and minus all of the status, Kanye West is your average incel. He your average incel inside the room all day on the computer playing video games. He's that dude. And now that he managed to luck up and get the bag before he changed his mind, we gonna watch him pour all his money, all his earnings from his talent. We're gonna watch him spend all that on lawsuits and all type of psychological mishaps that should have been taken care of. It should have been taken care of.
In November 2023, Ye traveled to Saudi Arabia to make new music. Sources claimed Bianca wasn't invited, so she went to visit friends and family in Australia instead. An insider told the website that her loved one staged an intervention while she was there. An insider added that Bianca finally got the message and was starting to see through the smoky mirrors of her marriage. They weren't done with each other just yet, though. A source told Us Weekly that Ye flew to Dubai and demanded that Bianca join him. The insider said Bianca initially refused, but after Ye gave her an ultimatum, she hopped on the first thing smoking to be with him. Whatever issues they were having in their relationship,
and that's how we playing in these relationships, right? In these relationships, we giving ultimatums, and that's how you change somebody out of their organic self. That's the fastest way to remove somebody from their organic selves. And that's the fastest way to get cheated on, too. Men and women both do it. Men and women both manipulate the other person from being who they are. Now, she want to do this. He going to say, if you do that, and you give her an ultimatum. So now she going to be fake towards him. You see how that works? So now you give your girl an ultimatum, she going to give you a liar. She going to give you a sneak. Likewise, sis, you know your dude want to go chill with the bros. He want to chill with the bros. You know what I mean? You going to go give him an ultimatum. So now what you going to get? You going to get the lying version of that man. You going to get the lying version. The version you say you don't like. But when he tell you the truth, you get offended. It's crazy. It's a mess. It's a mess out here, yo. I tell you guys, just work on yourself. You ain't missing nothing playing Let's Pretend in these relationships, getting manipulated, getting emasculated, all this F stuff you got to go through. Come on now.
They were able to patch things up right away. In January 2024, Ye took to his Instagram to post explicit photos of Bianca. One online user commented, "Bianca, blink twice if you need help." Others accused Ye of dehumanizing his wife and exploiting her body for profit. And then came April 2024. Ye was named as a suspect in a battery case after he allegedly punched a man in the face for grabbing Bianca. The results of the case are unknown. Despite that bit of drama, an insider told In Touch Weekly that Ye and Bianca were actively trying to get pregnant, and Ye's ex-wife Kim was on board with the plan. However, rumors of more marital issues hit the internet after Ye replaced his teeth with titanium dentures in January 2024. By September of that same year, a source told In Touch Weekly that Bianca was grossed out by his permanent dentures. The insider added, she's told her friends what a turnoff it is. Putting her lips, let alone her tongue, anywhere near his metal stubs makes her want to gag. The insider went on to say that Ye has never been known for having good hygiene, and his titanium dentures were making things even worse. Bianca reportedly had to hold her breath because Ye's breath was kicking, and she didn't feel comfortable telling him the truth because he was prone to fly off the handle. They were spotted in Tokyo in September 2024. Bianca mysteriously disappeared and was last photographed with him on September 20th, 2024. TMZ noted that her absence was odd since they were usually inseparable. The online website also hinted that there might be trouble in paradise. That brings us to October 7th, 2024. TMZ reported that the couple is headed for divorce after an almost 2-year marriage. Just as soon as TMZ announced their breakup, Bianca was back in Tokyo with Ye on October 8th, 2024.
Crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy, 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 yo. Crazy, 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 guys. Let's go deeper, though. Let's go deeper, guys. Let's dig deep. You got to get your mind right first, man. It's hella important, fellas. You got to get your mind right first, yo. You know what I mean? If you don't learn you, they gonna learn you, and then they gonna have a plan for you. And you know what that's gonna be. You ain't gonna like that plan. You ain't gonna like that plan. But let's dive into why Kanye is like this, y'all. Why? Because it's deeper than we think, guys. I told you, it's that corn. It's that corn. Y'all got to get rid of that corn addiction, bro. You got to get rid of the corn addiction. That's how you end up putting high standards, higher than you're supposed to standards on these females. Monogamy is already not natural, right? So these women, they already playing let's pretend in these monogamous relationships because there's no way for one woman to really satisfy one man who was designed to really impregnate and make babies. Like, we can impregnate you, put you on the bench for 9 months, then we can go impregnate her, sit her on the bench for 9 months, that one, and so on and so on and so on. Yes, that is what God did. He gave us that skill. He gave us that skill. You know what I mean? So ain't no way one female could satisfy that dude. But we play let's pretend here in America. You know what I mean? In America, we play let's pretend here. And then on top of playing let's pretend, y'all go get married to Staten. Y'all go get married to Staten. So you gonna marry a chick who is half-ass. I don't give a fuck how good she is, how good she cook. Biologically, this woman is half-ass, sir. And you gonna go lock yourself into a relationship with, man, that shit crazy off the rip. Like, how is the English? How is the English on that? Is that clear? Do we all understand that? That's all that matters. Incredible, yo. You just can't make this shit up, man.
We all have bad habits, but most of us have the ability to control them, while for others, they end up warping their brains, affecting personal relationships.
And that's why she needs to honor and worship the ground you work on. Any man that's matured and he's no longer that man that got to look back at ass and scared and neck moving all over the room, that man needs to be honored. He needs to be cherished. That is the strong man in the community. You know what I mean? That's why. Because we're doing you a favor, man. We're doing you a favor. Because I can go dust her off. I can and I should go dust her off, especially if I'm excited, if I'm aroused. I can and I should go dust her off. But because I agreed to play Let's Pretend with you, I will not. Now, I don't have $100,000, ma'am, but I am a high value man because I agree and I knowingly understand that I can. And if you play with me, I will. But because I don't, I deserve that award. I deserve that a victim award that y'all keep being a victim, trying to play a victim to get. The award that y'all never get, we deserve that as men that can keep it in our pants. Now, when you start to weaponize the fish hole, man, that's a whole different conversation. So yeah, you can amen me now. Yeah, amen, amen. But now that's going according to the female, because a lot of these females suffer from HPD. So they are mentally disturbed and they mentally do not know who they are. So they don't have no other choice but to play with the fish hole. They don't know that they have more value to themselves than just their little fish hole. So you have those women that play with the fish hole, and that'll get you cheated on, man. If you weaponize the fish hole, that'll get you cheated on, man, every single time. Because did you not understand the English? It's not natural. Monogamy is not natural.
And occasionally skewing their thought process to the point of no return. Traditionally, addiction is characterized as a chronic, relapsing disorder brought upon by compulsive drug seeking and consumption despite adverse consequences. But of course, there are other ways to consume which may cause you to become dependent, and one rapper who knows this all too well is Kanye. As he said in various interviews, Ye's affinity for adult material dates back to when he was just 5 years old when he stumbled upon something of his father's.
Like for me, Playboy was my...
Look, see, so your father is a perfect example of what I just said. That's why Playboy and all of that stuff was invented. It's a $1 billion trillion industry capitalizing off of the fact that men were not designed to be monogamous. You see how that worked? You see how that worked?
Gateway into full-on addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5.
Having made various crude references to that industry from his earliest music, Kanye's appetite eventually bled into the dating world too when he dated one of the most sought-after glamour models of the era. While stopping
Exactly. That addiction and seeing all them women every time you open up your little Pornhub, your Cornhub, every time you open it up, you want a girl like that. You got that in your mind now. You done fixated that in your mind. And you think it's a prize. Guys, you got to get your mind right.
stopping short at
It be the mental mistakes. This is a mental mistake. This is a mental mistake.
dating a literal adult performer, his decision to date Amber Rose took his life and his music into a newly liberated, hypersexualized era. Having later claimed that he needed 30 showers, his relationship with Amber, alongside the fallout from the infamous Taylor Swift VMAs moment, would be funneled into his work, resulting in the masterpiece we know today as My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, an album which featured his most outlandish descriptions of sexual escapades to date. Things came to a head on tracks like Monster, Runaway, Blame Game, and of course, Hell of a Life. On the latter, it's often suggested that he foretold his future marriage to Kim Kardashian, spitting, "One day I'm gonna marry a star. We'll have a big crib and a long yard. We'll have a mansion and some fly maids. Nothing to hide, we both screwed the bridesmaids." But before that prophecy was fulfilled, one of the collaborators on that project exposed his creative process and the deals which took her aback. Featured on 2 tracks on the album, including her career-defining verse on Monster, Nicki Minaj discussed what it was like to work with Ye. "I thought that he wouldn't want girls to be dressed overtly sexy, and I go into the studio and he had nothing but pictures of naked women on his computer that he'd invite me to look at. They were really artsy pictures, but you know, he loves, so it was a complete shock to me, because I thought I had him figured all out. He was watching when we were in the studio. No sh-."
Now again, guys, I asked y'all, what's the difference between Ye and Diddy? Because now everybody know that this is what this man be doing. He ain't on the hot seat just yet, like Diddy is. Know what I mean? Clearly, because Kanye West, he just wanted to be a worker. He just wanted to be confiscated for his work. He'd have ran around here and started talking about owning stuff. They'd have got him. They'd have got him. That whole anti-Semitic shit that he went, boy, would have got. Now knowing that this is what this man do, he do this with other artists in the studio. This is just as good as a freak off. So every studio session this man had was damn near a freak off. What's the difference between Ye and Diddy, y'all?
Shame in his game. Enabled by his megastar status, Ye's affinity for adult content was now accepted as just a part of his process, and may have contributed to his infatuation with the woman who was behind the most famous tape of all.
They're all accepting it now But let one motherfucker come out the woodwork talking about he touched them, and let's see how everybody start pulling up with indictments and shit. Come on, bro, let's stop playing. They be knowing these women do not be victims. They all be volunteers. Like in this case for now, they all know. Nicki Minaj just said it. So you know, Nicki, that this is what Kanye be doing, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing until shit hit the fan. That's when everybody wanna tell. That's when we gonna have a whole lot of Gene Deals running around here.
All time, Kim Kardashian. When they first got together, this seemed like a point of pride for Ye. And on Click, he even made it part of his mythology, rapping, "Break records at Louis, ate breakfast at Gucci, my girl a superstar, all from a home movie." Over time, they went from a run-of-the-mill celebrity fling to a relationship that result in 4 kids. But, as he revealed on Jimmy Kimmel, even fatherhood wasn't enough to stop his addiction.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at and
What kind of stuff do you look at? What categories?
blacked is my favorite category. What's the point of being Kanye West if you can't?
All this stuff, all this content gonna resurface, and it ain't gonna age well. Just like we looking at all that content that resurfacing now with Diddy name all in it, and his face all in it, and his mouth all in it, and it don't age. It don't look real good. This one right here didn't look good either. This on ABC too. Yeah.
In fact, he didn't even treat monogamy with any degree of seriousness. And while on the St. Pablo tour, he boasted about infidelity. It was
because it's not natural, guys. It's not natural. The whole problem is, why tie yourself into marriages, Kanye West? Why tie yourself into state marriages, playing the worldly game with these worldly people?
no secret among those who worked closely with Ye that he cheated after Saint was born, revealed one insider. On his St. Pablo tour, he was flipping out in front of his team, confessing to sleeping with girls behind Kim's back. He even said he'd been groupies and went into insane detail about his sessions. It was disturbing. His language was unreal. Those who knew him well, they were sitting heads in hands and laughing nervously, while crew members who had just joined the tour were left stunned. At this point in his life, Ye's obsession with sex had arguably become more juvenile than ever. Across bars from The Life of Pablo that even made the most desensitized fan pause for a second, the famous video, which featured figures like Taylor Swift, Kim K, George Bush, Trump, and Bill Cosby, had played.
I remember that one too. I'm like, why you got all them people up in this bed? And they you see how they all went with it too, right? They all went with it. He had Taylor Swift, he had all of them up in there. They all was with it. All volunteers for now.
Placed his obsession front and center. But bizarrely, it was also around this time that he became most modest about Kim's sexuality. Yeah, it does bother him. It's like half and half, she told Ellen of Kanye's response when she posed for Paper Magazine. He always wants me to be me and feel confident, and we're having fun, but it also bothers him. Still, as Kanye continued to live out his wildest fantasies in public view, he would reach a point of sordidness where he was even designing the set for the award ceremony for the biggest adult site on the internet. Upon reflection, he sees 2018, which is the same year that he began to alienate half of his fan base with his support of Trump, as the year his addiction finally began to have real ramifications for his life. Following the release of Ye, Kanye dropped 2 of the most sexually overt tracks in his entire catalog.
Damon John here, the People Shark. Did you know that National Debt Relief has helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt quickly and affordably? National Debt Relief can help.
First, there was ecstasy, where he embraced all of his most debased impulses, no matter how the real people in his life might have felt about it. You got sick thoughts? I got more of them. You got a sister-in-law you smashed? I got 4 of them. Damn, those is your sisters. You did something unholy to them pictures. Damn, you need to be locked up. Nah, we need a bigger hot tub. Then you had I Love It with Lil Pump. Debuting at the Hub Awards, the track was about as forthright about his love of all things explicit as it could get. And in hindsight, he saw it as a turning point in his life, and not for the better.
I got to a point where I was always letting that Playboy magazine that I found when I was 5 years old have an effect on my music. It could never be 100% everything it could be, because I had to add that in always. And it got to the point where literally I went from Jesus Walks to You're Such a I Love It. This fit right in with everything we got to deal with opioids. This fit right in with everything we got that promotes killing so that we can have more slaves in the mass incarceration.
Why did you make it?
Because I was asleep. Because I was drowned. Because I was lost.
Stop lying, bro. You lying now. Now you're gonna sit up here and lie to us. You did it because you made money. Because you needed a check, Kanye. You know we know. You needed a check. You was in debt, bro. You fucking around with them nasty, ugly looking clothes of yours, bro. You tried to take over the fashion world and that failed. I mean, good try though. I mean, nice attempt. I get it. But you gotta know when to pivot. You gotta know when enough is enough. It's not working, bro. But that's what happened. You went to the blueprint. Let me get the blacks on my side. Let me sell the murder. Let me sell the dysfunction because they'll buy it. And I need a check. That's what you did. So stop lying, bro. That's what all y'all do. But they say real stuff, Mr. Goodbread. He be saying some real stuff.
Lost. Having later described the track as a product of being lost, its release corresponded with a time where his marriage was on the rocks. In 2020, they revealed that they were speaking with an intimacy specialist, with an insider claiming that the therapist is giving them suggestions to put the sizzle back in their sex life. They tried counseling a couple of years ago, and it essentially saved their marriage. They're hoping lightning can strike twice. Once again, the problems in his life were traced back to sex and the media that documents it. And just as his addiction began to teeter over to the point that his marriage was heading for divorce, he put his faith into one of the other constants in his life, religion.
When I was in my lowest points, God was there with me and sending me visions and inspiring me. And I remember sitting in the hospital at UCLA after having a mental breakdown, and there's documentations of me drawing a church and start a church in the middle of Calabasas.
Soon, Kanye was abandoning secular music entirely, channeling his energy into spreading the gospel through his very own Sunday service. Along the way to promoting his new album, Jesus is King, most of his promo runs saw him discuss the difficulties he'd faced in trying to combat what had called out to him. Some people drown themselves in drugs, he said, and I drown myself in my addiction, sex.
God was patient, and my family was patient for me when they were praying for me. And when they saw me at the awards, they couldn't tell me not to do it. All they could do was pray and be patient, and it had to happen in God's time. So for me, when I have people around who I would like them to be where I'm at in my journey, all I could do is pray and be patient because it's going to only be in God's time.
Transforming from a man who reveled in lust to a deeply religious man, Kanye spoke at length about the extreme way he tried to keep his religious purity.
This is going to be radical. This time was where I was asking people to not have premarital sex while they were working on the album.
Despite only making gospel from here on out and pledging to live a pious life, it wasn't enough to save his marriage. And on the follow-up record, Donda, he discussed how his unfaithful behavior led to its demise on Hurricane, rapping, "Here I go acting too rich. Here I go with a new chick. And I know what the truth is. Still playing after 2 kids. It's a lot to digest when your life's always moving." Having previously celebrated what he now saw as immoral, Kanye has since gone the other way and continued to place holiness at the forefront of his output. His views on the very material that he used to covet got increasingly extremist. In fact, he said it was to blame for everything that's gone awry in his life.
This addiction since I was 5 years old that has destroyed my mom and my dad's family, that destroyed my family. When I take full accountability for the destruction of my marriage, I'll point at the liberals and say, you took my wife from me. You know what took my wife from me? The fact that I was married to this beautiful person, but I felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like I still needed to look at
Exactly, and that's what the corn make you do. The corn make you set so high of expectations because you're watching actors, bro. You're watching paid actors. No female, the average female in our community and in our society, they not fitting to do, they can't do all that, bro. Then you gotta watch the edits. The edits on these corn videos be for real. You'll think somebody is actually smashing for about 2 hours and they just running the scenes on loop, bro. So you cannot indoctrinate your mind with this corn and then take it. When you go to escape, don't bring your escape back to your reality. That be the problem. Y'all go to these drugs. Y'all go to this shopping. Y'all go to the corn. You know what I mean? Y'all go to the food as a way to escape your reality. But then you try to bring that back to your reality, and it's not the truth, bro. It's not the truth. The truth is love, bro. The truth got to be your love language, especially when you're talking to yourself.
In some way, I'd say to her, well, stop making these images, stop breaking the internet.
So alarmed by exposing his kids to inappropriate content that he didn't want them on TikTok, Ye sought to protect those around him from what he saw as the evil that destroyed his world. But at the same time, in the depths of his despair, he relapsed.
And that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Imagine, guys, he ruined his whole brain, his whole mindset up just by a left around Playboy magazine. That's back in the days. That's how we used to consume that type of content, that adult style content. Now the kids can consume the adult style content. Anybody, all you got to do is have a phone and these apps. As soon as you open Instagram, it's corn. That is corn. Modern woman, the average modern woman is free porno material. She free porno material. Them thirst traps, those used to be in magazines. Those thirst trap photos used to cost about, I want to say $15. You had to get it in the Buffy magazine. You could go right now on Instagram and get you a whole eyeball full of some free corn material, bro.
Since I lost my wife, since I lost my family, and I was no longer the priest right in the middle of that home, and I let the devil pull me in. Next thing you know, I'm at New Year's Eve parties having threesomes.
But while Ye might have since tried to conquer his addiction, his over-reliance on the past was about to come back and bite him. With footage emerging of him showing X-rated material to executives during negotiations over his contract, it's clear that his addiction has tightened its grip around him again. He showed me the video of Francesca Lee, a buff adult, a former collaborator, told Rolling Stone. He's like, "What do you think of it?" Not laughing at all. He would be in a meeting and he'd be talking to you, and he'd rattle off in his laptop to play a mature video, another employee said. He's like, "I know it's uncomfortable, but I kind of need this in the background to keep me focused." From admitting that he bootlegged OnlyFans on Reddit despite being a billionaire, to announcing in November 2022 that he was going on a 30-day cleanse, it still hasn't prevented him from reverting back to his old ways. At his 46th birthday party in June 2023, he served sushi with women's bodies being used as serving platters. Meanwhile, he's engaged in no shortage of PDA with his new wife, while arguably inspiring some of his most compelling output in the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Life of Pablo eras. It's clear that those images he saw as a kid are implanted in Ye's brain and aren't going anywhere.
That's a fact, bro. So disturbing, y'all. So disturbing, y'all. Protect your mind. Protect your mind, guys. Remember, your mind is a terrible thing to waste. It's the truth. What you give your attention to is everything. That's what you become. You know what I mean? What you give your attention, that is what you will become. So make sure you give your attention to premium stuff. Get something back for your attention. Get something back valuable that you can use. You know what I mean? Guys, fix the reality so you don't gotta run away from it and go into these vices. Because these vices is getting us in trouble. You know what I mean? The alcohol, the fish hole, you know what I mean? All of those are vices. When we could just escape, when we could just fix the reality, we don't gotta escape it. Because I'm gonna tell you something, guys, it costs a lot of money to escape the reality. You see, Kanye is spending all his money trying to escape the reality. When you could fix the reality, if Kanye fixed his reality and got some real serious help, matured up, got around some real guys that gonna tell him some truth and just not kiss his ass, he'll do a little bit better. But Kanye gonna fail. He gonna fail bad, yo. He gonna fail big time, because when you that show offish and you got that much of a big mouth, and you just got all of the wrong information, and you ain't got he can't buy no help. Remember, Jay-Z don't mess with him. Beyonce, they can't mess with him. So the people that protect them, they ain't protecting Kanye. The worst thing Kanye could have did was jump on that stage to that girl, Taylor Swift. He ain't been the same since he jumped on that stage. Ain't nobody messing with Kanye West. That's what messed him and Jay-Z's relationship up. When he went and married that girl, Kim Kardashian, thinking that shit was on brownie points. Thinking that joint was a flex. thinking that he was going to be able to sit around Jay and Beyonce and all that privacy that they require. They require to shut up. They can get $1 billion if they shut up, and that's what they do. They shut up. But messing with dudes like Kanye, you gotta distance yourself, bro. You should have no Kanye friends in your ciphers, Goodbreads. If you got any Kanye friends in your ciphers, you got to check them. And if you get tired of checking them, then you got to get them away from you. But you should have no Kanye West type friends in your circle, bro. That says a lot about you, bro, if you have Kanye West type friends. You know what I mean? That is the pure definition of the male Jezebel spirit. That monkey is on his back, boy. It's on his back. All right, y'all? But I ain't going to hold y'all any longer. Make sure y'all like, share, and if you're new over here, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on the playback, a video going to pop up. You can click into that video for more Mr.Goodbread reaction content. All right, guys, remember, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, but we're going to learn. I'll see y'all later.
You studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama, and I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say, I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him.
Somebody out like they better off without you, man. Let them go.